I spent 3 months analyzing 500 viral marketing campaigns, talking about campaigns that generated millions of views, thousands of shares, and created movements that people could not stop talking about. And here's what shocked me: 97% of them followed the exact same formula. Not similar, not kinds of close, the exact same structure. The best part? Once you see this formula, you cannot use it. You will start stopping it everywhere in these ads you watch and the content you will share. Even the posts that make you stop scrolling at 2 am. I am Rishajit, and if you are new here, I run Maxi Marketing, where me break it down what actually works in digital marketing. No hype, just data, and today I am going to show you the viral marketing blueprint that's been hiding in the plain sight. By the end of this video, you will know the 4 elements every viral campaign needs, why most marketing fails without them, and how to apply those to your own content starting today. Let's break it down. So, how I did end up analyzing 500 campaigns. It started while a failure. Back in 2023, I launched a project called World Winner CPA. I thought I had it all figured out. I created what through was great content. I promised it, I put effort into it, and it went nowhere. Crickets. Meanwhile, I did see other campaigns in my niche, sometimes with worse production quality, sometimes from people with similar audience absolutely explode, and I'll keep it asking myself what they are doing that I am not. Now here's where my background kicked in. Before digital marketing, I spent a year working as a mechanic, and in that shop, when a car come in broken, you don't just guesses. You looked for a pattern. What do similar cars with similar problems have in common? So I applied that same dynamistic thinking to marketing. I started collecting examples every time I saw a campaign go viral, and I mean truly viral, not just did well. I saved it, I documented it, I break it down: Facebook ads, YouTube videos, email campaigns, Twitter threads, Instagram reels, TikTok trends, blog posts that got me 100,000 plus shares. 3 months later, I had 500 examples that starting in a massive spreadsheet. Different identities, different platforms, different audience. And when I started analyzing them side by side, the pattern was impossible to miss. Alright, and here's it. The formula that 97% of viral campaigns use, I call it the hook framework. Is human connection, O obvious enemy, O outcome promise. Okay? Key differentiator, let me break it down each element because this is where it gets interesting. Every viral campaign starts by making you feel seen, not sold to seen. They trap into a universal experience, emotion, or frustration that makes you think, but that's exactly how I feel. Look at $sharp class formulas launch video. The very first line is, are your blades any good? No, blades are fucking great. But before that line, that showed a guy walking through a wholesale's relatable, normal, not same, it's like corporate breakdowns. That's human connection. Happened in the first 3 seconds. When I analyzed 500 campaigns, 94% of them lead with this: a history, a confusion, a shared frustration. Something that made the audience say, that person gets me. When I started creating content after my World Winner CPA failure, I stopped trying to sound like an expert. I started sharing my actual journey, the failures, the confusion, the trial and error. And that's when people started engaging, because connection beats perfection every single time. Here's where it gets started. Every viral campaign identifies a clear enemy. And don't mean a competitor, I mean a concept. A system, a status quo that everyone agrees in the problem. Could be traditional marketing is dead. Gurus selling you outdated techniques, the algorithm working against small creators. Our free software that does not deliver, the enemy creates unduty. Its and even audience faces this problem. Together, I saw there's 89% of campaigns I analyzed, they called out something specific that their audience was already frustrated with. Think about Apple's Think Different campaign. The enemy was not Microsoft, it was completely boring thinking that stands equal. Everyone who said that immediately know which side they wanted to be on. But here's the thing, identifying the enemy is not enough. You have to show them a way out, which brings to us to this is where most marketing fails apart. People describe what they are selling instead of what the customer will become. Viral campaigns don't sell products, they sell transformation, a better version of you. A life where a problem does not exist anymore. In my analysis, 96% of viral campaigns crystal clear outcome promise within the first 30 seconds. Not futures, not what we do, but here's what your life looks like after. Non-viral marketing says we offer comprehensive social media management service with analysis, dashboards, and content calendars. Viral marketing says imagine never states about what to post again. Your content calendar is handled, your engagement is growing, and you finally have the time to focus on what actually love doing. See the difference? On describe a service, the other paints a picture of freedom. When I relaunched my approach with maximum marketing, I stopped saying I offer SEO and other marketing service. I started saying I help you to build online business that generates income while you are sleeping, without paid ads or massive budget. But the same service, completely different promise and response. And the response, night and day. That's the element that separates viral from just popular. It's thing that makes people say, I'll have been never seen it done this way before. It could be your unique delivery method, your content approach, your personal story that shapes your perspective. That way you combine the two excited thing in the 500 campaigns. 87% of hate, the clear differentiator that made them stand out. It was not always huge, something it was stable, but it was always there. Liquid Death sells water, but the differentiator, they market it like an energy drink with ED branding and modular your thirst. Tagline, suddenly water is interesting. Duolingo teaches language, but their differentiator, aggressive wall milk coast that grace trips to you on social media. Now, language learning is entertainment. For me, it's my marketing background combined with digital marketing. I approach campaign like diagnosing an engine, systematic, task-driven, finding what actually broken instead of guessing. That diagnostic mindset is my differentiator. So that's the formula: hook, human, connection, obvious enemy, outcome, promise, key differentiator. But there is the question: how do you actually apply this? Let me walk you through exactly how to use this formula framework for your next campaigns. Step 1. What is your current marketing? Pull up your list. There are pieces of content, social media posts, email ads, and whatever you are put out recently. Now ask yourself, human connection, does not it start with a reliable moment or emotion? Obvious enemy, does it call out a specific problem or frustration? Outcome promise, don't it clarify, show that what looks like after? Key differentiator, does it explain why your approach is different? When I did this excuse on my own content from 2023, I realized I was missing there out of 4 elements. No wonder nothing was landing. Write on a paragraph that includes all 4 elements. This becomes your blueprint. Here's mine for maximum marketing. I have been aware in you're trying to build online businesses while everyone's selling you complicated system and expensive courses. The traditional marketing advice tells you to spend thousands of ads or work 80 hours a week, and I will show you how to build sustainable income using organic traffic and simple system that work even if you are starting from zero. My background as a mechanic taught me to diagnose and fixes what's actually broken, not just throw solution ads statements. That's my entire positioning in 4 sentences, and I guesses everything I create. Don't overwhelm everything at once. Pick on piece of content and apply hook framework. Could be your next social media post, an email to your first a video script, a landing page, headline, test it. Track the engagement, compare it your previous content. When I first applied this framework, I tested it on a simple Facebook post about competitor analysis. I lead with a failure story, called out guessing instead of analyzing, as the enemy promised a systematic approach to finding what works. And try to my diagnostic background, that post get 4x more engagement than anything I did posted in the previous month. Same audience, same platform, different structure. Step 4. Look for your formula everywhere. Once you know this framework, will see it everywhere. Which ads read viral tweets, study successful campaign in your niche. Ask yourself, how are they using hook here? It's like learning a new word and studying having it anywhere. The pattern becomes obvious, and the more you spot in, the better you get at using it yourself. Now, before you run up and try this, let me tell you their mistake I see people make when try first learn about this formula. Mistake 1. Fabricating human connection. Don't fake reliability. If you have not experienced the problem, don't pretend you have. Audiences can small identically and from a mile away instead of connected through mentally or research. I have told to 50 people struggling with X, and here's what I learned. Mistake 2. Marketing of enemy. Your obvious enemy has to be something your audience already agree is a problem. If you have the convince them it ends enemy, that's not the right enemy. Test this when you mention the problem. Do people immediately note or say yes, exactly? If not, keep digging. Mistake 3. Copying formula without your voice. The formula is structure, not script. Your voice, your stories, your perspective, that's what makes it work. I learned this the hard way with World Winner CPA. I was copying structure without adding my own unique angles. It felt horrible and audience could tell this the formula gives the second your authenticity down is the soil. Alright, let's be honest about something. This formula does not generate virality. Nothing does. What it does is dramatically increase your odds. Of the 500 campaigns I analyzed, 97% use this structure, but millions of campaigns use this structure and don't go viral. Here's the truth. Virality requires the hook formula plus great execution plus timing plus the bit of lag. But here's what this formula does generate. Better engagement, clear messaging, cool not that resonates instead of just exciting. When I started applying those consistently, I did suddenly get millions of views, but I don't see 3x higher engagement rate is more comments asking the real question instead of generic. Great post. People actually clicking through my content, a growing audience that stick around. I am 22, I still this figure out. I don't have the all answers, but I have gone from posting content that nobody care about or to building something that actually helps people. And this framework was a huge part of this shift. So here's what I want to you do. Don't just watch this video and move on. Actually apply it. Pick on piece of content you are working on today this week. Doesn't matter. Run it through a hook framework. Does it create human connection? Does it identify an obvious enemy? Does it promise a clear outcome? Does it show your key differentiator? It's the missing any of those 4 elements. Add them, then watch what happens. And here's the thing. This is not just about going viral. It's about creating marketing that actually matters. Marketing that concepts, marketing that moves people to action, people to take action. If you found this video breakdown valuable, hit the like button. It tells YouTube to show this to more people who need it. Subscribe if you want more data-driven marketing breakdowns. No flop, no BS, just real studies that work. And drop a comment. What's your campaign you have been seeing that use this hook formula? I read every comment and I will break it down the examples you share. The formula's in your hands now. The question is, what are you going to be built with it? See you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.